Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a beautiful afternoon. I'd like to talk a little bit about a desert forest and my thoughts on it. So, this is what you typically see out here in the Chihuahuan Desert. We're sitting at around 4,400 feet elevation. And the reason you don't see a bunch of trees is there's not enough precipitation to sustain a forest. So anyone that thinks that they're going to grow a desert forest on a large area of property is delusional. You can see this through here is an area where 3 creeks come together. So you're getting all that sediment and nutrients, microorganic material that's breaking down through here and fertilizing this, making it fairly decent soil with a continuous water supply to make this happen. So the only way to do a desert forest on small scale is to focus all the resources of an area into one spot. But you're not going to be able to do that on a large area because there's just not enough resources there to do it. So that's my thoughts on it. And I don't see how you could achieve it without constant input from yourself to continuously water if you're trying to make a large area as a desert forest. There's stands and areas, where depressions are, where there's 10 or 12 honey mesquites. You'll find that out here. It's not out of the ordinary. There's pecan orchards, probably around 9 miles from here, that have beautiful pecan trees on it, but they water them weekly. So if you think you're going to plant trees and get them to a certain size and then just leave them for their own, without focusing the resources of that area to that specific point, you're going to fail, guaranteed. I don't care how much money you spend on it, how many fancy modern day products you sink into it, that's the same end result, is going to be failure. So we recently had, and we're still in, an exceptional drought that you only see about every 20 years, every 2 decades. Just take, for example, outside of this little oasis, let's look at some native plants that have had to withstand a year with no rain out here that recently happened. We've had a little bit of rain since then, but it still has not been enough to get everything's reserves built back up that survived the drought. The Sotal's dead. That Sotal's dead. The Chihuahuan sage is dead. That Yucca faxoniana is holding on by a shred, along with that one. Those are all dead over there. All these Sotals are dead. So to think you're going to plant non-native species and then not be there to water them after they're established is not a thought that's going to work. That's why there's not already forest out here. Now, if you go back in time about 9,000 years, this whole area looked similar to the African savanna. There was timber forest on the mountains up there. The lower areas were grasslands with the occasional spread out trees. But jet streams shifted and rain patterns changed, and there's just not enough precipitation to support a forest out here. So that's why you get what you get. So that's my thoughts on a desert forest. It is possible if you focus all the resources of an area into one specific spot and grow a little patch of trees. But if you try to expand out from that, you're going to fail because there's not enough resources to grow a forest, which is the reason there is no forest here. The trees in your little spot may also die if you have an exceptional drought and you're not there to continuously water them, because they're not native species and they can't take that type of extreme conditions. Well, if you like what I'm doing out here and you want to help this project go a little faster, there's a few ways in the description to do that. Buy Me a Coffee is one, Amazon is another. Every little bit will get me closer to being out here full time and making this project go a lot faster. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.